have only heard of talking ants in stories. That's how it should be. However, this story is about an island with talking ants. There was an ant hill on a beautiful green island shaped like a small orange. In that ant hill lived a variety of ants such as black ants, grease ants, red ants, and sugar ants. Whatsoever, each was ruled by a chief ant. The chief ant's greatest responsibility was to make sure that his island was the happiest island of all. An infectious pandemic started spreading in almost all the islands just a few days after the new chief ant assumed power. The pandemic was transmitted to this beautiful island as well. The ants, who usually go out looking for food every day, had to starve and suffer because of this plague. Suddenly, heavy rains began to fall on the island. Then the chief ant warned each ant that the plague's condition was getting worse day by day on the island. To this end, the chief ant sought assistance from the ants. The ants were asked not to step outside, but not every ant abided by his advice. The reason was that they were starving for weeks and swarms of ants began to make noise everywhere. Hence, to fill the stomachs of the ants, it was advised by the chief ant to distribute a cube of sugar to each and every ant. Without the rulers knowing, the treasury soon ran out. The chief ant now brought ships with honey from an island not far from his own. One problem came after another. As the ship approached the island, a fire broke out. Although the rulers of the island tried so hard to rescue the ship, the weather would not allow it. Of the island helped immensely to put out the fire. But eventually the ship sank by the island and all the honey stored on the ship began to wash ashore. Sugar ants rushed to the shore to quench their thirst and hunger from weeks of starving. Oh God! Within hours, all the ants who had the honey were so intoxicated with overconsumption of honey and they passed out. This became the trending news on the island. Chief ant was accused and held responsible for this issue by all the ants. The accusation was leveled at the chief ant as many died with intoxication and the ants had too much honey instead of sugar. The chief ant was silent despite the constant accusations raised by black ants, grease ants, red ants, and sugar ants. The island began to burn from the work of the grease ants. No ant on the island has yet realized that they themselves have to put the burning fire out.